Hello, everybody. It's Tammy Langowski with Tammy's Channel Chats. Thanks for viewing, as always. So I'm on here to give you another channel message from my guide. It's going to be opening up for a minute here and just, kind of giving you some information. I did have a question today from lovely Rudy, who's so good at supporting myself and my other YouTube video, Two Psychic Moms with Julie Hawkins. And so thank you again, Rudy, for all your really great questions. And, you should check out Rudy's Facebook page, Sacred Dragon Healing Arts, I believe is the right. It's a great title. It's just my memory. Sacred Dragon Healing Arts. And Rudy's really a very gifted healer. So check out his Facebook page, and he's got all of his services on there, kind of different modalities of healing that he does. So check him out. He's really great person and a great healer. So thanks, Rudy, in advance for your question. So the question he presented is, there's a couple of questions within it. First was, will mankind ever get a handle on plastic pollutants? Wow, good one. And also, excuse me, will we be able to turn around the extinction of the flora and fauna? Okay, so I'm going to go with that first part of it. Will mankind ever get a handle on plastic pollutants, guides? Is that ever going to happen where we get a handle on it? No, not for a long time. There are people who are dedicated to this, and who, like a movement, in a sense, that are trying to make a difference, but we really are not seeing any huge difference coming in the foreseeable future. These things take time. And yes, it's been around for a long time, the understanding of maybe the plastics and so forth, and how it's not, it's not great for our environment and all that good stuff. But we don't see anything changing for quite some time to come. Well, that's kind of a bummer to hear that, right? We're kind of hoping that there'd be a change that we can get anyway. I'm not saying too soon. Yeah, we understand how it's not good that humans are misusing the plastics in a sense, though there are, they're showing me like, recycling and those kinds of things. There are things being done, but we just don't feel it's probably going to be in quite the timeline that you would like it to be to really make a difference. Is it really polluting? I mean, I know it is, but is it really polluting our environment, our world? Yes. They show me the waters and how a lot of these things are ending up there. There's just really not going to be any monumental change for quite some time. They're showing me how people, the powers that be on the earth plane that make these decisions, are putting a lot of their energy into other things, not necessarily this particular situation. So therefore, it gets kind of put by the wayside a little bit, they're saying. It's not getting a lot of attention, or as much attention as it should. It's getting attention, but not as much as it should. And money is not being put into it, I feel like, to really make a difference. And that's what they're saying, not just that I feel like, that's what they're saying. Okay. They are really saying to try not to use plastic as much as possible. We realize it is very convenient in many ways, but there are other alternatives, and that is getting better and better every day. So things that you can do, even small changes, will make a difference. And the more of you, this is all them saying, the more of you that are thinking along those lines, then you imagine if that starts to grow bigger and bigger, then change comes. We have no doubt in time, more thought and energy and money will be put into this to start to make a difference. But for now, not too much of a change that we're seeing, except be the change you want to see in the world kind of thing, right? One at a time, all of us being kind of aware. If you're not perfect, don't worry about it. You're trying. And, there are some of you that are really, good about it. Others in the middle, others not at all. And again, it's where you place your thoughts and your, your efforts and what's important to you, what you're prioritizing in your life. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for that. Not thank you guys, not super encouraging. You know, in time, I think it will be, but just not for a while. Okay, the other part, I've done a lot of talking today. Sorry, my voice is going a little in and out. Okay, so also, will we be able to turn around the extinction of the flora and fauna? So, you know, I take that as like the plants and animals and things, the flora and fauna. Will we be able to turn around the extinction of them, guides? That I get, yes, in time, yes. More effort will be put into this. And I think there's a bigger priority. There's, you know, compared to the plastics, we'll say, that seems to be happening. So yes, we will see this. We do see that there is a diminishing of these things, right? Whether it's vegetation, whether it's animals. I think many years ago, I remember asking, what's a future going to be like? I didn't put a time frame on it, just meaning like future. You know, maybe I won't be here in this body at that time. And what they said was less vegetation and less animals. And that made me really sad to hear that. So, yes, it is sad, they said. At the same time, there's enough humans on the planet who do care about this. And so we do think there will be, like, I get different things flash in my head, like, okay, movements that are like, this has to stop. You know, people really banding together in groups to make a difference. They said one thing most of you on the planet have in common is your love for flora and fauna. Most of you, you know, can relate to how important that is. So you see, as you can imagine, it becomes more of a priority because more people understand that. So this, we think there could be a difference, elimination of extinction, guides. I'm getting in time, yes, because more effort and the show me money will be put maybe into, you know, those projects and those causes that are going to help the planet. We don't think you need to worry so much about that. And what about things, you know, going extinct like that? I'm just wording it kind of differently. They kind of tell me it will happen, but maybe not as much as you think. So maybe it won't go to extreme. I know there have been some species of animals that have become extinct. So we can say, well, didn't that happen? Yes, but not all. And they tell me there is sometimes a natural process to even types of animal and species that are here and how long they're supposed to be here on the planet, actually. So what they're showing me is there's a rhyme and reason to some of this, even though we think of it like, oh, let's hold on to these species, they're going away. They tell us too that sometimes that's, you know, that's kind of necessary. But it sounds like that they're going, you know, there is going to be some saving of all of this in the future. It won't be maybe as extinct as we think it will be. So that's good news. I hope the energy continues to go in that direction. Okay. Guys, anything else we want to say about that? So what we can do, and I'll put it out that way more, what can we do, guys? You know, we know about like the plastics. It's kind of obvious maybe, right? Try to make some different choices when you can. And about the extinction of flora and fauna, what can we do? So they showed me just really loving the environment from a meditation practice, sending love out to the animals, to the plants, the vegetation, and honoring it. And the more that we are able to do that as a collective, the more the energy spreads to others. So there's more compassion and empathy toward these, you know, the species and the vegetation and so forth. That's something you can do. You can certainly look at causes and align anything that you want to align yourself with that helps in these sorts of things. but a lot can be done with visualization in meditation and, sending love and light, right, to the planet, and asking for the help, divine help, and our angels and Mother Earth, and to really help, these causes, we'll say, okay, and the environment and the animals. I do think it's interesting how they did mention that some of the species are um, meant to maybe go extinct. I say that hesitantly because I don't know if everybody would agree with that, but that is what I'm hearing. So just want to pass that on. Okay. So that is what I am getting to those two questions. And thank you again, Rudy, for sending those in. Guys, any final thoughts that we have for everybody who is viewing? Okay, kind of segueing to a different area. They're saying, take time to trust who you are, were the words that came in. Because you are very special. You can make a difference in your world. Some of you think that it's just me. How can I possibly? But you see, even if you don't have the collective around you, the support, we'll say the causes, the groups that you could align yourself with. As we said, your mind and your visualization, and coming from a loving place in your heart to visualize a world of peace, a world where the animals are plentiful and the species are and the vegetation is, where plastic is minimal, and now you see other options, are growing bigger and bigger. Maybe you envision the supermarket, and you're seeing all these alternatives that once were the things for plastic. There's all these different alternatives. Your visions and your visualization help to manifest ideas and outcomes to this. So positive outcomes to this. So that's what they're saying and how we can help with all of this, okay? And that's what they want to leave us with today. So again, thank you so much for viewing. Really appreciate your views. As I always say, share, like, subscribe if you would like, and you can reach me at tammysintuitive.com. I am an intuitive advisor. I like to work with questions and areas you like to take a look at. Clairaudiently, clairvoyantly, I listen to my guides, tune into them, and tune into your energy. They give me some information, and then we work back and forth with your questions. Okay, so again, thanks so much for viewing. Take care, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.